What's up, YouTube? Alright, so my last video I showed you a Murray Briggs Stratton 5 horsepower push mower that I resurrected from the dead. And I mentioned before I needed a rebuild kit for the carburetor. Here's the carb. So I needed a gasket here. I need the O-ring for the bowl. And I also needed a float, as the float that I had was cracked. After putting in the ultrasonic cleaner, I noticed it was full of water. So, new float. Oh, also, this is genuine Briggs Stratton parts. This is part number 498260. I don't have... It's just a general kit. You can take out what you need. A lot of this I'm not going to need because the superseded carburetor has different butterfly valves, or an extra butterfly valve. So I don't have the part number for this specific one, as this came together and then this came in a separate box. Anyways, we are going to put the rebuild kit in it. So let's see, I need to, what is this, 13 millimeter for the bowl. I'm going to take that off. And like I mentioned before, I've already cleaned this with my ultrasonic. Sprayed all the jets ports out, so I know it's clean and we know it runs. Main jet, put that back on there, just like that. As you can see, always make sure to get your little holes and jets, clean them out really well. Use carb clean, use like a little piece of metal or wire to get that in there. Here's the bowl, looks clean. Put that in here. Actually, move this out of the way. And then here is the float, which is no good. Also, I need, here we go, pair of pliers. This float pen is atrocious. So we're also going to replace it. It's very difficult to get out on this one. As you can see, it's a little bit chewed up from previous encounters with people whom I do not know. So we're going to just get this out the best that we can. I'm going to use a different set of pliers. Let's step it up a little bit. There we go. All right, yeah, so here's our needle. Needle still looks good. Inside here, there's a little red, almost looks like a gasket. That's where the fuel flow comes from, and then your needle pushes, where'd it go? Your needle, oh my gosh, bear with me, guys. You're so tiny, I can't hold on to it. That needle pushes up once the gas fills the bowl and pushes into that little red gasket and stops fuel flow. This is trash. We have a new one somewhere in here. Also, side note, I learned the hard way that if you get any kind of carb cleaner, acetone cleaner on gaskets like this, they will blow up and they will not fit. So I've learned to move them out of the way before cleaning starts. But I did see a trick where you could either boil them for 10 minutes or put them in the refrigerator overnight for them to shrink, or use a heat gun very gently and it should return back to its original size. All right, let's see how this fits. This is the new one. Another one I just tore off. It was destroyed. And this one fits. Let's see here. Fits really well. Perfect. All right. We're gonna need that. So let's get her going here. So, I'm going to compare the old needle to the new needle. And this one's completely fine, so I'm going to hold on to that kit. All I needed was... Literally, I bought that whole carb rebuild kit just to get this. So it was like $20 for that, which is crazy. But anyway, don't really have a choice. So let's put this back together. This one is no good. I like to compare. Yep, looks the exact same, which is great. These needles don't have a spring. They just sit in there. So just make sure that when you put it in, it doesn't fall out. And then put your new pin in. Hopefully I can get that in there. Let's see. Oh no. Let's see here. Look at that. Butter. Haha. That works. Look at that. Oops, sorry. Put you in the frame there. Boom. Looks really, really good. New pen, and it slides in and out perfectly. Needles in there. So now, let's put the new float gasket, O-ring, whatever you want to call it. Put that on there. Put the bowl back. I'm going to wipe this out really quick. Just because when I did my test runs, who knows what was floating around in there. So I'm going to clean all that out. Yeah, look at all that in there. All right. Okay. Goes on top like that. Stick that straight down on there. I like to go finger tight. Oh, you're not struggling with your ratchet. Boom. 13 millimeter. Very generic bowl, as you can see. Nothing special. Make sure that's on. And you want to snug it down. You don't want to go too crazy. There we go. Just enough. And that's seated really, really nicely. Overall, very generic carburetor. Little jet inside. So, put this back. Again, part number 498260 for 2000 to 2004 Murray Briggs Stratton 5 horsepower motor. I'm sure it could work for another, you know, probably 6-7 horsepower as well. If you're talking CCs, not sure on that one. Can't help you there. All right. Let's see. Put that back in there. That's the old one. And look at this. So this is what it came with. Came with two. One is, let's see here. Oh wait, they're very similar. See that? Yeah, they're the exact same. And let's just see how that looks on there. Hey, hey. I think that's going to work. Look at that. Boom. Fits right on there perfectly. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This port is open here for the pulse. So, oh, that is good to go. This part can go... No, maybe not. Let's see. I don't like that one. All right. We're going to go with this one. Which I wish it had a peel and stick, but it does not. This one does. But I can't use this one because it's going to block my port there. All right, well, that's our rebuild kit. So if you have any questions or comments, you know, put it down below, and maybe I can answer anything that you might have. Also, I am a small business owner, grass gear maintenance out of Georgia. and basically started off, you know, nothing, and I'm slowly building my clientele, one customer at a time, one rebuild at a time. This is just a personal project, but, you know, you learn as you go, but you love what you do, and you'll never work another day in your life. So, all right, well, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.